All right, so wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And for those of you listening to the recordings, you can see my name is Bridget. I am calling in from the UK on the South Coast. 15 years ago, somebody came and presented me with an opportunity of which I had no knowledge whatsoever. I had been a business owner for well over 20 years in bricks and mortar businesses. The last one had just been sold, and I was looking for a new opportunity, and the timing was absolutely perfect for me. Now, I will say that when I first saw this opportunity, first of all, I was open-minded for sure, but the second part was I really didn't really understand what it was all about. However, there were a few key pointers in a presentation very similar to the one that I'm going to show you today, which really grabbed my attention. And I'm going to highlight some of those as I go through this presentation, which is around about 25 minutes in total. My co-host today is my friend Kathy. She is based over in the US, in Texas, and she and I have been working together a number of years. She's one of the key leaders in the US and certainly one of the top 5 people in the entire United States, leading with her huge vision of the opening of the India market, which opened officially on the 1st of November. So we're really, really early days. So if you're listening to this for the first time, I really want you to congratulate yourselves and, because you're really out on the leading edge here and something that's very, very new, really exciting with untapped potential. All right. So, first of all, before we go into the nuts and bolts of actually what we're doing and how we're doing it in India, it's really worth just taking a little pit stop to have a look at how the world in general is evolving in terms of business. Now, we know that the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, well, they're part of our everyday language now. And the company that we're partnered up with has really embraced those two aspects of technology, which are driving the markets forward, even though we are working in the beauty and wellness sector. So when you
क्या
get the,
पावर गया
oh, let's just mute that. Sorry. So even if you when you're working in a beauty and wellness sector, which is close on $1 trillion US in annual revenue globally, and you combine that with these massive global mega trends of Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, you get an incredibly powerful vehicle which moves things incredibly fast. Now, what about the systems of distribution? Even a few years ago, we didn't have these kind of meetings on Zoom the way that we do today, but now it's just become a normal way of doing business. Not only that, social commerce through social media platforms, emails, newsletters, communications throughout the world digitally. It's all part of the way that products move and are distributed. And once again, this is another one of the trends that we are fully embraced and incredibly well versed in. Not only that, the gig economy. Now, we have this saying there's always too much month at the end of the money. People are looking for extra sources of income. Not only that, some people don't want the grind of the 9 to 5, or as they sometimes say, five in the morning till 5 at night. They want to have something for themselves that will give more time, more flexibility, more earning potential for themselves and their families. And again, we embrace those trends, all those that you can see listed here. Now, not only that, the company that we're partnered up with has taken on some incredibly powerful strategic partners as well to drive that vehicle forward even faster with full power AI and Infosys, which are very advanced platforms allowing us to really maximize things as we go forward. So, who are we partnered up with? Well, we are independent affiliates of a company called Nu Skin Enterprises, known as Nutrition for the Skin. Nu Skin's been around since 1984, so we are now going into its 42nd year, and they generate around about $2 billion US a year in global revenue, which is generated in almost 50 countries around the world. So, opening India has been a whole new experience because we'll explain a little bit in a minute the way that we put the product portfolio together. But nonetheless, the company has massive experience in global expansion. And this has really allowed us to navigate all the unique challenges that India has presented, but nonetheless to stay on course with our vision and mission for the country. The company is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And not only that, in terms of its economic power and its vision and mission. It's backed by science. Now, this company has over 60 in-house PhD level scientists who work around the world and around the clock to bring leading edge products and technologies, AI powered and IoT connected, which allows us again to have this really big vision, which is to be the world #1 leading brand in beauty and wellness technology. All right, so let's just have a quick look at the demographics of India. And I'm sure you already know this, so we're going to touch on it briefly. The thing that really stands out to me is that the median age is 28 in India. So it's a very, very young population, many of whom are part of that famous middle class, which is the fastest growing segment of the country. What that means is that you have a huge base of people who are well educated, hardworking, ambitious, and driven, and they are looking for new opportunities. And this is where we're really able to ride on that with all the trends that I mentioned earlier to move forward. Now, what about the beauty and wellness trends? Okay, so I think everybody knows that this is something that is not going away. It's not a fad that's going to last for a year or five. It's an ongoing thing. We want to live younger, longer. We want to have better skin. We want to have healthier bodies. And the statistics show that 74% of Indian people say supplements are essential. Now, this has been a quantum leap particularly since COVID, when everybody's much more aware of their immune. They want to have better, stronger immune systems. They want to protect themselves better. They also want to be healthier in terms of their weight. Apparently, about 63% say they would like to lose weight. And about 60% of the market, of the 1.46 billion people, are already taking supplements for immune support. So here we have some really, really exciting statistics. Now, what about the beauty and personal care? Our skin is our biggest organ on the body. So obviously we want to take care of it. The beauty and personal care market in India is the fourth largest in the world for market revenue. And the #1 skincare claim is skin brightening. Now, this is a really, really interesting thing because not only, and I'm going to ask Kathy to jump in and cover a few of the products in a second, in a little bit more detail. India has some very specific requests and market demands for skin claims. And so the company has worked extremely hard to build a bespoke portfolio for the country in order to be able to really meet those demands as they roll out. Now, it's a price sensitive market. We know that. However, what they have also noticed is that there is a massive shift in growth for the premium priced products and is actually outpacing the mass priced products at the moment. So we're really positioning ourselves in that sweet spot with a growing middle class, aligning with trends, a very, very large, about 3/4 of the population, very interested in health and nutrition, and a real interest in spending more of their disposable income in premium products that really bring results. All right, so I'm going to pass over to Kathy to do the next few slides to talk a little bit about the India product portfolio hierarchy, which covers both skincare and wellness products. And I'm sure that you'll all be very interested to know more about that. So over to you, Kathy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bridget, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody on this call. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Kathy Smith, and I live in Houston, Texas. But as you can tell from my accent, I'm originally from the United Kingdom. I joined this company nearly 10 years ago for a product I purchased it because it was going to remove the wrinkles from my face. And to be honest, it was something that I hadn't even thought about. I was 62 years old, and I didn't think that there would be something like that. Well, it did, it worked, and I started to build a business. And then I didn't realize that it was an international company. So now I have women in 14 countries working with me with the products that this company actually markets in 48 markets. So I'm just going to touch on a couple of the products that I know about, but because these products have been made for India, the demographics, we did a lot of due diligence. We researched for 8 years to find out exactly what people in India were looking for in the beauty products. Now, we do understand that beauty is a very popular subject. There is a beauty parlor on pretty much every corner. And so what we did was we worked with a lot of these beauty parlor owners to make sure that what we were doing was going to be precisely and exactly what the India ladies and gentlemen would like. Now, we discovered that the most important ingredients were brightening and SPF. So what we did was we actually sourced the ingredients in India. We are manufacturing the products in India and they are being all distributed by India. So the price point is very reasonable compared to other markets in the world. So I'm just going to start with the fact that we do have some different levels. So we have our new skin within reach, as we call it. So these are basically like your basic skin routine. And then we start to talk about the professionals, because obviously there's going to be a lot of spa owners who are interested in marketing these as well as using these products on their clients. My favorite thing is the fact that because India people are now taking their health for they're really getting interested in getting healthy. We introduced specific supplements again for the India demographic. We discovered that there were a lot of nutritional deficiencies, and what we did was we used nutrients that people from India had deficiency in and put them into supplements. And so what we do now is we're able to market health and wellness as well as the beauty side, because as we all know, if you want to have great skin, you have to have great health. We actually have a brand of devices that is on #1 in the world. I'm very proud of the fact that for the last 8 years, we have been awarded by international agencies that our anti-aging devices are the #1 brand. It's very difficult to be the #1 at anything, but when you're the #1 for 8 years, that is something to be extremely proud of. So just thank you so much, Bridget. So here, as you can see, a little close-up of our premium products. The devices are the Lumis Bar. This is well, first and foremost, it is a facial cleanser, but so much more. It has 7 anti-aging skin benefits. It's extremely easy to use. It's a 2-minute treatment. In fact, my son bought one of these for himself. He was actually going to just try it out, but he was so excited about it. He took it back to where he lives in South Texas, and he's going to be using this because he only found out that it takes 2 minutes. So I want everybody to know it's super easy. But the machine that caught my eye 10 years ago was the machine that's called the Galvanic Spa. It works on an electric current, and it actually takes away your wrinkles. So next slide, please, Bridget. So here we are. This is the health and wellness. I am extremely interested in staying healthy. I'm 71 years old, and I want to be not only to live a long life, but I want to live a healthy life. And I think most people now, that is what they would like to do. They want longevity, but they want to be able to still be active. And we also have a very robust weight loss program. We don't have it in the US because we have to adhere to FDA regulations, but the rest of the world, lucky you, especially India. Now, if you can just see the little device in the middle of the, I've just got one here in my hand. This is the device that's going to be changing health and wellness. I don't know whether you can see the lights twinkling. What you do is you put your finger in the center of this device, and in just 15 seconds, it will tell you if these products are actually being absorbed into your body. This is the only way, non-invasively, that you can actually measure whether your nutritional absorption in just 15 seconds. And again, it's tiny, portable, and very affordable. And again, it is going to change the health and wellness as we know it, because every single person can have one of these personally. They can have it in their house, they can measure their family, and this is going to be an incredible health monitor. Okay. Yes, next slide, please. And so, yes, Bridget, would you hand it back to you so that you can talk about our next exciting chapter? Can you hear sound?
Can you not hear it?
No, I can't.
All right, let me try again. If not, we'll just skip it.
21 years ago, I caught a wave of opportunity that changed everything. And today, the biggest one is right in front of us. Our story began over 2 decades ago in the same University of Utah labs that developed the first artificial heart. It started with a 4-foot argon laser, groundbreaking Nobel Prize winning technology that allowed us to non invasively measure antioxidant levels in the body. That early innovation evolved. From the original lab scanner to compact devices like the S2 and S3, we've now completed over 25 million scans on more than 15 million people, giving us over 100 million data points. It's proven, protected by 18 global patents, backed by 180 white papers and 110 clinical studies, and is disruptive, legitimizing a $300 billion supplement industry, giving consumers proof of what works. Today, we're applying AI and machine learning to bring you Prysm, the world's first intelligent wellness device, putting personalized, real-time antioxidant tracking in the palm of your hand in just 15 seconds. And now, for those of us with vision, it's a business model. What if you could place this quantum leap in the hands of others and earn leveraged income as demand explodes in 49 markets, including our newest, India? We're looking for those who are willing to lead, people who are coachable, committed, and ready to ride this wave. Get scanned, get on the product, join the movement.
All right, thank you so much.
21 years ago,
Thank you so much for that, Kathy, for that whistle-stop tour of our product portfolio, which is still unfolding, isn't it? Because the company at the moment is just unfolding the different devices and the nutritional supplements and also the skincare. Some of it is now currently available, but over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have the full portfolio available, which is really, really exciting. And I'm especially excited to be able to work with professionals such as the beauty parlors, health and fitness professionals, and so on that we can really expand into India with. All right, so just to conclude, I'm going to talk to you a little bit now about the digital platforms and how we get paid. Because as I said at the beginning of this call, I'd been a business owner for well over 20 years before I started to collaborate with this company. And I validated the products very, very quickly, and I was interested to see, okay, so how do I make a business out of this? You know, how does it work? How do I organize these lines of distribution across the world, which are now in about 20 countries in my own organization? And I'm so grateful for everything that this company has allowed me to do, give me not just, huge financial ease, but also a time management that I can have in my own time for myself and my family, and non-location dependent. I mean, I was traveling all around France last year, and then I went to Manchester, and now I'm back in Poole. But I just take my business, my business is in my pocket, and that's a really wonderful thing to be able to do. So how is this facilitated? Well, with our digital platforms. Now, at the moment, for India, we have a comprehensive website, and with the launch of Prysm, which is coming up in literally a few days in January, we're going to have an app which will be able to read the amount of antioxidants that you have in your body and send the information to an app. Now, we are going to do a specialized presentation on Prysm next week, but for the moment, we're going to just keep this as general information for India. A fast follow in the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to have another app which will come, which is our Vera app, which allows us to scan the skin in literally a few seconds, 5,000 points of data, which will be able to then give personalized recommendations for skincare products for its users, which is a very, very advanced way of being able to give this personalized service. And then last but not least, we will also have a business app alongside the website where we can send out purchasing links, we can track our sales volumes and so on and so forth. So a very, very comprehensive platforms. Now, I also work with other business owners in different industries who struggle with creating their websites, making new apps, organizing affiliate links and all that. So all this is done for us completely free of charge. And I absolutely love that, the way that the company there supplies all these things to us. And all we have to do is have conversations and show people this opportunity. And from there on in, build our networks of distribution. So all the headache of the tech side is taken out, which is jolly good news for me anyway. All right. So how and how much do I get paid? All right. So these are the official numbers of earnings per month that were made public in the US, the North America markets in 2023. All right. So the 2024 ones are just almost identical, but this will give you a pretty much idea of where you want to position yourself. This is a business where you can make tens, and let's talk in dollars, this is a kind of universal currency. You can make a few $100s a month, a few thousand, or even, as you can see there in the bottom right, tens of thousands per month. It will just really depend on your level of participation, how much you want for yourself and your family. And of course, there's no such thing as a get rich quick. It's a serious business. It takes work and effort if you want to get to that Blue Diamond Director level. But nonetheless, it is possible, and thousands of people in our company are at that level and above. So they come from every different background. So never think, oh, I'm no good at this or I'm no good at that. We teach you everything you need to learn and everything you need to know of how to build the business. As I said, I came in with no knowledge of this whatsoever. I often say the only reason I've been able to become a Blue Diamond Director is because I was just willing to learn and do the work. But I had no knowledge when I came in of it at all. So please don't ever think that you're not capable of doing the same if that's something that you find exciting. Now, the India sales performance plan is more simple and even more dynamic than what I just showed you. I'm going to break it down into the most simplistic terms for the sake of time and, as I say, simplicity. Everybody who wants to become an affiliate of the company, first of all, starts by creating an account of being what we call a direct seller. As a direct seller, you can sell products at retail cost. You get access to them at wholesale, make a retail profit like any other product in the world. Standard business, all right? However, with our affiliate system, you can really build that out, become an affiliate, which is the next level up. It requires a certain amount of sales to be able to become an affiliate. So it's like an upgrade, if you like, where you will be able to continue to make retail profit, but add to that a developing bonus, which can be as high as an additional 25% on your sales. All right. So this is a really exciting rollout. Now, that just those two levels alone, as direct seller and affiliate, is a really, really interesting potential. Again, it will depend on your effort. It will depend on your effort and your commitment, but it is totally, totally possible. Now, if you like the idea of having something even more robust and something that's going to bring you in even more income, you can then go on to the next level of qualification and become what we call a brand representative. Now, again, there are certain qualification requirements. We will go into the details of that with you in an individual one-to-one basis to make it more simple according to what really sparks your curiosity here. Then as a brand representative, you can unlock a third bonus, which is the leading bonus of an additional 5% on top of the developing bonus and retail profit. All right. So you can see it's really exciting. I like to think of being a brand representative as like having your own e-store. Okay, so a direct seller and affiliate is somebody who they don't necessarily have any, huge goals or targets. They like to sell maybe on social media or, work with a couple of beauty parlors and salons. It doesn't matter, but there's no real kind of serious business commitment. It can be done in a few hours a week. All right. But as a brand representative, it is more serious, and you have your own e-store with a requirement of a certain amount of sales that you and your team do during the course of a month-on-month basis. So why is that interesting? Because as a brand representative, you can then help other people become brand representatives, go through the seller affiliate brand representative program or the partner and leadership program, like we say, and unlock an additional 5% from everybody else you help. Now, that is completely unlimited. So you can help people all over India become a brand representative, regardless of where they live in the country. And every single one of those people who you've helped create an e-store, you can have an additional 5%. So imagine it, if you like, as having online micro franchises. So you have all these little franchises all around the country, and you will be able to make 5% on their sales. In exchange, of course, we help with training, we help with resources, presentations, and so on and so forth. All right. So then it's up to you really to decide. Now, a lot of people will say, look, I'll just start casually as a direct seller and, I'll take it from there. Absolutely fine. I saw the big vision probably within about 2 or 3 weeks, having seen a presentation like this. I was like, just show me how to get to Blue Diamond. I'll do the work necessary. It did take me a few years to get there, but it was definitely worth it. Here we are 15 years later and I'm still here. But again, it's up to you what really makes you excited. So what's good to know? There's no cost to join, there's no fee, there's no admin fee, there's no obligatory ongoing monthly purchase to be able to be paid. All right. So this is a massive, massive bonus for people who don't necessarily have huge resources to invest like a lot of people do in other businesses, like I did in my other businesses. All the digital tools that I showed you, completely free, as well as the training and resources, obviously. And then we give you that step-by-step guidance with your sponsor and your partners to help you get to where you want to be in your business. And then it's just a question of where we are now. Okay, so now what has made you most curious in this conversation that we've had today? Would you just like to try some of the products to get started because you want to be able to validate them and see how they work for you on your skin? Or would you like to obviously still try some of the products and then become a seller or an affiliate where you can make yourself some additional money right out of the gate? Or are you inspired by the idea of having that India-wide chain of micro franchises where you'll be able to become a brand representative and then ultimately go up to the leader position where you can help other people be a brand representative as well? Whatever you're inspired by this presentation, I hope it has been useful. That's the end of the presentation now. I'm going to stop sharing and I can see we actually have quite a few people on the call, which is wonderful. I don't know if anybody would like to say something that they enjoyed about the presentation or if they have anything that would like to comment on. We're going to, run over for another minute or two and see what you have to say. Thank you. Otherwise, we can wrap up the call. No problem. Everybody happy? Yes, Kathy.
Yes, I just really wanted to say thank you to the two people that I invited on this call, Kirti and Shadrach. Shadrach, perhaps we can have a chat a bit later to talk about, what we discussed earlier, because there are beginning to be a lot of people that would be interested in finding out fast tracking. So thank you again, Kirti, for your time. Perhaps we can also have a chat. And if anybody has any questions, please get back to the person who invited you. And again, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, or your evening. Thank you.
And we will be hosting these calls weekly moving forward. So you can come back and listen again, bring somebody with you to see whether they like the idea as well. And we're going to be collaborating very, very closely now in the coming weeks, right through until the end of January, because if my memory serves me correctly, at the end of January, we close the early entry. Is that right, Kathy? Correct me. Or
Yes.
maybe Pratibha would like to fill us in on that. We'd love to hear from you, Pratibha.
Yes. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Kathy.
Hi,
Hi,
good
everyone.
morning.
Yes. So I'm here in India at the moment, and it's good to be here back home. Yes. So you're right, Bridget. The brand rep coming to India closes end of January, and then they open up only in June. So if anyone outside India who wants to become a brand rep, wants to get into India to start recruiting, it has to be by the 31st of Jan. And then they are closed till June 1st. So those 4 months is when everybody who's already in gets to recruit. But in June, everybody else has the same chances when it opens up for the whole world.
Okay, fantastic. That's worth noting.
Yes, in fact, actually, I'd like to just jump in and say that this morning, a couple of us were listening to the general manager of New Skin India, and he was basically saying every single person on this call is considered a founding leader. He said, you are the brave ones. You're the ones who came in now. And so I just wanted to say thank you to everybody on my team who trusted the process. And this is going to be This is going to be big, ladies and gentlemen, because again, as Pratibha said, it shuts down at the end of January. So if you're on this call right now, this is it. You're the founders. So thank you again.
Yeah, we need to get our skates on. It's wakey time,
Yes.
isn't it? It's amazing when they set a deadline, suddenly you're just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, better
Right.
wake up then. Thank you for that, Pratibha. Sorry, of course you're in India. Completely forgotten. It's lovely to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, my pleasure.
so we will definitely see you again next week, and we'll be going hard at it, especially until the end of January. But nonetheless, we keep sharing the vision and the mission of how excited we are about opening this extraordinary market, and looking forward to the next stages forward. Thank you for being with us here, everybody, and have a good day wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you
And
so much.
I'd like to wish everyone a very, very happy new year, because by the time we come back next week, it'll be 2026, January 5th.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Happy, healthy, and prosperous 2026 to everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, definitely a wonderful
Bye.
year
Happy New
for
Year,
us.
everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Okay. Bye.